Hello, USANA family. My name is USTomasArtica. I consider myself very blessed to live in Fullerton, California with the most beautiful woman, not in USANA, but in this whole world. Her name's Tina. We're going to be celebrating our 7-year wedding anniversary this October. And we're also blessed to have our two and-a-half-year-old twins, Cross and Lily. We started with USANA about a little over a year ago, here at this USANA International Convention for 2007. And we were sitting actually right there, right where you are seated right now, 1 year ago. And I never could have imagined what a journey this past year would have been, or ironically how network marketing would actually lead to this very moment, sharing with you the significant difference it's made in our lives. My wife Tina's been a hairstylist for the past 17 years, excuse me, past 18 years now. And I've been in banking and finance for the past 17 years. Probably a lot like yourselves, we've always wanted more out of our working careers. Something more meaningful, something more significant, something that we could actually call our own, something that would genuinely help people, and something that would have no limits. We've always talked about owning our own business, but we never really found anything that was right for us. Then a little over 2 years ago, we learned something, we discovered something, that you don't really get serious about life until you get close to death. 3 months after our twins were born, my 3 months after our twins were born, my wife was diagnosed with a cancerous brain tumor. And she was rushed to the hospital to have emergency brain surgery. And suddenly the plans that we had had for our future changed forever. You know, we were already so blessed to have our wonder twins, that we called them. Because what a lot of people don't know is my wife and I actually had trouble conceiving kids. And we'd actually gone through in vitro fertilization to have our twins, because we wanted to have children so bad. And at the same time, when they were conceived, we had also had 3 other fertilized embryos conceived at the same time that were frozen in cryogenics, with plans to implant them at a later time in hopes of adding to our small family. Unfortunately, with Tina's cancer diagnosis, a lot of those hopes and dreams were, they just grew very dim. And she wasn't able to carry the babies due to the risk of cancer growing back more aggressively during pregnancy. So wanting to give our kids a chance at life, we found that surrogacy was our only option to give our 3 unborn children a chance at life. However, unlike some, we didn't have the luxury of time, because the embryos had a limited shelf life. After the end of 2008, their chances of surviving the thawing out process get decreased by about 70%. And we were faced with a tremendous challenge. Between the costs associated with surrogacy, Tina's medical bills, and our daily day-to-day living expenses, we determined that by the end of 2008, we would need to come up with an insurmountable amount of money, exceeding almost $200,000. Tina and I were convinced that we couldn't make or save that kind of money in a short amount of time through conventional means. We also did not want to get into personal debt with a personal loan. And without any hope in sight, we resolved to just pray and do our best with what we had. Five months later, our prayers were answered. We had a renewed sense of hope when Tina's niece and her boyfriend, Ruby directors Trish Ignacio and Paul Panya, had actually introduced USANA to us. Since that day, we've given our best and moved forward with USANA. And this past year has afforded us many significant changes in our own lives and the lives of our closest family and friends. We've been able to create through USANA's business, an ongoing fundraiser to fund the surrogacy of our kids. This Millionaire Challenge that has passed has also given us hope and tremendous energy to build our business, because it was something we could strive for, and it was attainable in a short amount of time. Thanks to that growth, as of 3 months ago, the income from our business allowed me to completely retire financially from my full-time banking job. That time freedom and leveraged income from our business also enabled me to be with my wife almost every day when her cancer came back, and during her radiation and chemotherapy treatments, while working on my own time, which is something I wouldn't have been able to do with my old job, is being there with her. Another interesting and very significant thing happened was also the inception of a very phenomenal group of all-star inside and out team called the Pros. And I just feel really blessed and fortunate to be with a team that is not below me, and not a team that's above me, and not a team that's cross-line, but a team that's been a great support for our family, and that I've worked alongside, and that's worked alongside my family to support us. My dad's from Central America, a place called Honduras, and he said something to me when I was 12 years old in Spanish, and I'll translate for you in English. He said, "Son, you can be the richest man in the world, but if you don't have your health, you don't have anything." My 3 core values in life have always been God. Yes, his name is Jesus Christ. My family and closest friends. And third, health. I like the fact that USANA is able to be one of my 3 core values in life. This company has not only provided hope for my family, but it's also given hope to all of us here in the USANA family. This is real. In all of our respective families and individuals' lives, we have the unique privilege to share how USANA can change people's lives for the better. Just please make sure you don't keep that hope to yourself. That's my time. I thank you for yours.